Hi everyone, Martin Bamford here, and this is your Money News Fix. 5 personal finance stories that are rocking the world of money this week. Everything you need to know in just a few minutes. Here we go. The deadline to purchase a home using the current Help to Buy scheme in England has been pushed back until the end of May. More than 16,600 property sales were at risk due to COVID-related delays, with the construction of some new properties running as much as 8 months behind. The Help to Buy scheme has been running for the past 7 years, allowing 278,000 households to take advantage of a government advance towards their deposit on a newly built property. This is the latest of 3 extensions to the Help to Buy scheme deadline, giving buyers an additional 2 months to complete their purchases. A spokesman for Homes England said this measure provides certainty to developers to build out homes delayed and further protects customers whose purchases have been delayed by COVID-19. The financial pain caused by the COVID-19 pandemic has not been shared equally, according to a major new survey of household finances. The Financial Conduct Authority's Financial Lives survey spoke to 22,000 people in October and estimates that 14.2 million adults are vulnerable to a financial shock. According to the survey, more than 5.1 million additional people are now in a fragile financial position due to the pandemic. Young working adults were among the most affected, with people from Black, Asian and minority ethnic backgrounds also more affected than others. The survey suggested that a quarter of UK adults have low financial resilience, with hard to manage debts or small amounts in cash savings. The FCA said while there are some positives in the data, many of the findings are worrying. Former star fund manager Neil Woodford has announced his plan to launch a new investment management firm. Woodford's previous investment fund was wound up in 2019, and he's told the Sunday Telegraph that he was sorry for his mistakes, which lost investors money. He did, however, claim that he could have rescued the Woodford Equity Income Fund if it had stayed open. It's the first time Woodford has spoken publicly about the collapse of his investment fund. He told The Telegraph, "I'm very sorry for what I did wrong. What I was responsible for was 2 years of underperformance. I was the fund manager, the investment strategy was mine, I owned it, and it delivered a period of underperformance." The new investment firm is called Woodford Capital Management Partners, and it will be based in Buckinghamshire and Jersey. The fund will only deal with institutional investment money. The government has played down reports that the European Union is taking business away from the City of London following Brexit, claiming that New York, Tokyo and other places present a greater threat. Data published last week showed that Amsterdam had knocked London off the top spot as the biggest share trading centre in Europe after winning derivatives trading previously taking place in the UK. Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab told the BBC, "If we're really honest about it, the challenge to London as the global financial centre around the world will come from Tokyo, New York and other areas, rather than those European hubs, particularly if they start to erect barriers to trade and investment." The UK is negotiating financial services equivalence status with the European Union following the trade deal that came into force at the start of this year. Takeaway delivery firm Deliveroo, along with 300 restaurant groups, has urged the government to run another Eat Out to Help Out scheme when restaurants are allowed to reopen. The Eat Out to Help Out scheme gave diners 50% off meals on selected days last August, helping to boost demand for struggling hospitality businesses. Writing to the Prime Minister, Deliveroo and its partners explained that closed restaurants are under immense financial pressure. They wrote, "Even when they are able to reopen to customers, restrictions around mixing of households and social distancing measures mean that a return to trading at full capacity will remain dependent on the successful vaccine rollout." That was your Money News Fix. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. I'm Martin Bamford, and remember, when it comes to your money, the more you know, the faster it can grow.